Hey guys, what's going on? So basically the goal of this video is I'm about to give you an AyyMacPattyWak review based on the current state of Fallout 76. So this review is after the patches, and we're going to see basically if the game right now in its current state is worth a purchase. And I'm doing this. I've just gotten the game recently. Someone actually bought it for me. Otherwise, I never would have gotten this game, never given it a chance, just because of the negative press that this game's gotten. So, alright, Fallout, after the patches, let's see about it. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's go ahead and get right into this. So at this point, basically, I've gotten through the beginning of the game, and I did, the little intro, get out of the vault, all that. I've messed around a little bit with building my own house and some basic things just so I could start this review off. So basically, I'm going to run back another playthrough, or me making a second guide just at the very beginning of this game, just so I can talk to you about it a little bit. So at the beginning here, it's cutscene, typical Fallout vault stuff. Nothing, insane happens at the beginning of this game, which is really a disappointment if you think about it. And this is not going to be me ranting and trashing the game the whole time. So if I say something negative or if I say something positive, that's not my final opinion on the game. I'm going to go through the negatives and the positives. But at the beginning of this game, when you get into the vault, if you think about, and some people may have never played these games, the older ones, and so it doesn't really affect their opinion at all. But I've played, all the way back to Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout 3, Fallout 4. I didn't even really finish, but all the other ones I've played, for so many hours, and they're just some of my favorite games. And so the way this one starts, if you think about it, like if you've played Fallout 3, the way the game starts is like you're like this baby, and you create your guy, and then you're stuck in this little playpen. You got the special book, and then your dad gives you a BB gun, and you got the tunnel snakes, and you got to go take the goat exam. And then it was just there's a birthday party going on. There's all these people you can talk to, and here if you see, you just wake up, and when you wake up in the game, there's no one there. Now, playing the game when it first came out, or, there's probably a bunch of people in there running around screaming, stuff like that. But in the current state, what I'm reviewing it based off of, it's just really empty. So the customization for your character, as you can see, I mean, there's quite a bit of options. You can make a really cool looking guy, like, you can put scars on him. You can do all these different little things that, for a customization standpoint at the beginning of the game, there's nothing wrong with this. This is everything you'd want, if not more. And, to me, it's not really a big deal. You never really see his face anyways, most of the time you're playing. But if that's something that is really important to you, there's definitely a lot you can do here. So this is cool. You take your little picture, which you see, name your character, just put in some bullshit name. But so basically, you take your picture, and then when you get out of this, compared to the other Fallout games where you had to escape the vault, you think about Fallout 3, you wake up, and, the Overseer, your dad escaped the vault, and, the Overseer is looking for you, and it's, like, not safe there anymore, and there's, this panic, and in this one, it's kind of, you make your guy, you make a little photo ID card, whatever, and then you just kind of walk right out of the vault with really no issues. And you'll see at the beginning of the game, there's a lot of really cool, like, just the way the game looks, as far as not graphics, but just the scenery, the different things. You got the little Fallout boy with the little 1950s kind of like kid like atmosphere, I guess is the way you would say it. You can sit like right here playing the guitar, some really cool jams that they got going for you. So this I like. I think this is cool. They added musical instruments. You can sit down and gives your guy a buff. I think that's really cool. And so at the beginning, when I first got in here and I made my guy, I took it a little bit more seriously for my first playthrough.
But when I did this, I thought it was cool. This first room had me with some really like a lot of nostalgia for the Fallout scenery, and here I'm back in Fallout again. It's been a while, a couple years, and so when I get on this terminal, which you do a lot of stuff on computers throughout this with holotapes and stuff like that, which I'll get into more later. I'm not a big fan of. But on this, there's this little game, and I thought this was so cool. I haven't seen anyone talk about this. I haven't seen any anything on this, and this was a complete surprise to me. So it's this little beer filling up game where you're a bartender and you're serving your little pals some beer. And this actually, I don't do the full thing in this video, but this is actually really, really cool, and it's something that they added that doesn't necessarily have to be there, but it was definitely a lot of fun for me to just kind of find this on the computer. You kind of level up, you go through. They got this little challenge where the guy mixes up the bottles, and I mean, once you get into the higher levels of this, I don't remember the first time I did it. I kept playing it actually. I did it several times, and I got pretty high up there, and it gets pretty intense. It is actually a lot of fun, and I actually spent quite a lot of time on that. Way too much for this video, so just kind of skip through that. But the very beginning here, so far, I'm not disappointed. Like from what I heard, and then when I first got into this, at this point, I'm really just enjoying playing a Fallout game again. But then going through this part, thinking about those great like beginnings to a Fallout game, like escaping the vault, it feels so empty, and you'll see it's just kind of cut and dry. You get your Pip-Boy, no problems. You haven't met anyone yet. You haven't talked to anybody. Grab your Pip-Boy, and you basically just walk the fuck out. Like you just walk the fuck out. You get through here. It's like a party that you weren't invited to, and you showed up, and the place is just fucking trashed, and there's nothing for you to do. Like, you can mess around with some of the stuff, and I did my first playthrough. I popped a couple balloons, and I looked at the art and things like that. But when you get to the end of this and the door just opens and you just walk out, it's, for someone that's never played a Fallout game, it's just like, oh cool, I'm in the vault. Okay, now I'm out of the vault. I'm gonna go like do my own thing. But for someone that's played one, it's just so disappointing. Like, what they could have done here is you could have had, some cut scenes and a hub with some people in it. And then when you get out into the real world, maybe then they're gone. Or that would have been even better. But I mean, these are cool right here. These little stations, it explains a little tutorial type thing, But it's super quick. You just read a couple little things, and then, you talk to a little robot next to you, which is going to be your best friend, because you're going to be talking to 1,000 of them throughout the game.
It just works.
Like I said, it just was extremely disappointing. Just going through here, listening to the fucking robots talk. There's no, stealing a sweet roll from somebody, or, shooting some rad roaches with your BB gun and your dad, and just no story. It's kind of like, just, hey, you're in the vault, make your guy, and then just leave. Like, just walk out. No one's stopping you. No one cares. Just walk out the front door. No big deal. And that is such, it just feels wrong having played the other games. It really does. And so that was my real first complaint about the game. So, like I said, there's a couple of those little stands, and then once you get through that, you literally just run out the front door. And when you get outside, when I first got out there, it was just very underwhelming. So let me talk about the graphics. I don't think that graphics are insanely important to having fun in a game, but I think if you have a game that is really good, a lot of fun, and it has good graphics, it's just icing on the cake. If you have a game that's not a lot of fun and it also has bad graphics, it just makes it that much worse. Now, this game, once I played it a little bit more, and when I didn't have the problems with things just being blurry until it loaded in. It has some parts to it that look pretty good.
Gotcha, bitch!
It also kind of takes you back to like graphics that are basically Fallout 4. And I understand it's a bigger game, and the map is definitely bigger than, you know, a previous Fallout game. The map is pretty big. And, you know, there's a bunch of people that are on at the same time. I get it. And when they made this game, you know, apparently it was just, you know, just they were doing Fallout 4, and then it was kind of an idea, and they just kind of went off of Fallout 4 and kind of, you know, it's not necessarily a new game. It's almost just like Fallout 4 online, basically, is the way I look at it. And so the graphics at first, you know, after playing like Anthem, I played the other day, and then jumping into this, is it's pretty underwhelming. But like I said, not an issue. Walking around hitting stuff with my gun because I don't have any bullets. But like I said, it's not a huge issue, but it definitely is underwhelming if you've been playing stuff with a lot higher graphics. So now that I'm out here in the open world, I'm gonna, you know, speed through this a little bit quicker. Just wanted to show you the you know, full intro to the game, pretty much. But the first thing that I always do when I get a game like this, like a Skyrim or something, is, you know, I just find the first like little shack off to the side, the first place I can go and kind of see, you know, what's going on over there. When I got over here, the first thing, you know, you notice is the ticks, obviously, and I think some of the different, you know, things you fight in this game are pretty cool. Like the ticks, you know, they swell up with blood whenever they start attacking you, stuff like that. I thought that was really cool. But see, the thing is here, compared to like a Skyrim or something, where the first, you know, little shack you go in there, and it's you know, there's just an old lady or something, and then you're like, you know what, well, fuck this old lady, I'm just gonna stab her and just see what happens. And you attack her, and she turns into a necromancer or whatever, starts fighting you, and then she's got some cool shit on her. You go inside, you can read a couple little books, find out, you know, what really happened there. And it's this cool, like, you discovered this place, and there's like a story to that little place. Even it's a little shack that maybe 90% of people never went to, never saw, but you went, and there's just a little extra thing for you going there. There's an incentive to go there, to discover these places. I went to this little shack, and, you know, it's just one place. But you find out as you go on that there's really no point to going to these places other than just getting resources. It's all about getting, you know, a lot of, you know, lead or steel or whatever, so you can craft stuff for your guy. And so this is what I want to talk about now. It's, if you want to play this game, the thing about this game is it's not, obviously, it's not a Skyrim. It's not an Oblivion. You have to think about this game like, if you like playing RuneScape or, you know, an MMO like, you know, Lord of the Rings Online or something like that. Because the way the quests are in this game and the way that going to different places are in this game, it's not story driven. You're not going to find a cool story by going to a place. What you're going to find is some terminals or holotapes, and they're going to give you a little task list, a little to-do list, like it's, you know, World of Warcraft. You know, go over here and kill 10 enemies. And games like that can be a lot of fun. I've played those games. So if you've got that mindset, if that's what you're going to do, I'm not going over here to find some cool, interesting story. I'm just trying to level up my guy and get experience and do these quests, knock them out so I can upgrade my guy and get the coolest stuff. And, you know, I can just, you know, be this guy that walks around looking like a badass. And a lot of people like that. So if you like that, then, you know, this game definitely looks better than, you know, like RuneScape or something, you know, obviously. So if you like that kind of stuff, it definitely looks better than that. Does it look as good as, you know, something like Anthem? No. Are you going to get the story from a game like Skyrim? No. But in comparison to, I guess, the genre of game that this would fall under, it doesn't look too bad. In that aspect, the quests aren't really boring. But if you're comparing them to, you know, classic Fallout quests, absolutely, they're pretty terrible. This is the reason why. If you think about it, they essentially handcuffed themselves when they made this game. I can't think of a way the quest could be any more interesting because there's no people. There's no people that are not real live, like, you know, Xbox players or whatever system you're on. So how do you make an interesting quest? You know, you're not going to have a guy that runs up that says, you know, someone took his girlfriend and will you help me, you know, save her? And you can either kill him and say fuck you, or, you know, you can go and help and there's a reward at the end that's cool and you met these people and he's so happy that you saved her and you're a little more invested. In this, it's kind of like you don't give a shit about any of these people's problems, these holotapes. And in the first mission that you do, basically, is you have to go find the overseer's little log and listen to, you know, find the overseer. But you know you're not going to find the overseer because when I ask you to find somebody, you always know they're either not going to be there or they're going to be dead, because you know they can't be alive because there's no NPCs, like they're not there. So what you're going to do is you're going to find a dead person that has a fucking holotape on them, and they're going to tell you a story that you don't give a shit about, because why would you care? Why would you care about that person? You never met him. If I would have met the overseer in the vault and talked to him, and they would have been like, oh, you know, blah, 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 and said some really nice things to me, and then now they're gone. I feel bad because I had that conversation, you know, we were eating some sweet rolls, and now they're gone, and I want to go find them because I might want to save them or I might want to kill them just because I can do whatever the fuck I want, right? That's what this game's about. You're supposed to be able to do whatever you want. But what I want to do in this game is fucking talk to some people. But there's nobody to talk to except for a bunch of, like, real people, and who wants that? Who wants to talk to real people? I don't want to talk to real people. I want to talk to fake people, and I want to fuck with them. And I can't do that in this game because they're not there. And that is my biggest complaint about this game. That is 100% the reason why I think this game is the way that it is. The reason why it's got so much negative press. I don't care about the graphics. I don't care about the bugs. I didn't really run into that many bugs. I didn't. My second playthrough, I didn't run into any issues. Now, the first time when I got out of the vault, there was a dog that was standing still, and I just killed it, and it stayed there, and I searched it, and whatever. And there was a bunch of times where it crashed and things like that. But you know what? I played Ark, and I played the shit out of Ark, and I remember sitting at the title screen not being able to get into a game for like 3 hours and still doing it because I enjoyed playing the game so much. I didn't even care. It's like they'll fix this shit eventually, and I think they will. Any bugs, problems with this game, I would imagine those are going to be fixed, okay? So assuming, you know, the graphics are okay, because I think they are. I can deal with them, okay? And assuming that the server issues, the bugs, that's all fixed. Okay, so what if all that's fixed? Is there still an issue with this game? And I think there is. Now, there are some positives that I'm going to get into that I really enjoy. And I do actually think there's a lot of fun you can have in this game. But it's so fucking empty. It's so empty. I don't give a shit about anything in this game. I don't want to read the fucking terminals. I don't give a shit. I don't want to hear the holotapes. I don't care. So, what I'm going to get into next are some more of the positives about this game. So what's great about this game is playing with your friends. And everybody's experience is going to be a little bit different because of that. If you have a lot of really shitty friends that don't want to help you out, or you know, they're higher level than you, they don't want to give you anything, they don't want to explain anything to you, or they're just really boring and they're not funny, then your experience with friends is probably going to suck. And mine was a lot better than that. So that's why people have such a different opinion about this game. And I went through earlier doing sort of the single player intro of the game, but now what I want to do is kind of roll some clips and show you guys like how much fun I had whenever I shifted into playing with my friends and just having a good time. Which, you know, people are saying you can have fun with friends doing anything, and that's not necessarily true. And there's certain things you can do with friends. Like I could be playing cards with them, but I'd much rather play Fallout 76. So that's what we're doing, and we had a lot of fun. So that's what I'm about to show you guys. I don't know where to put this shit. This shit looks cool though. I want to use it. I just don't know where. Maybe I put it like right here.
Yeah, you can make a wooden fence too. Look, I'm gonna put a wooden fence right next to it. You see what I'm talking about? You can do like crazy stuff in this game. You just gotta.
But I want to do. I kind of wanted to put all my
Like
little
here.
little crafting stuff out here.
Here's a Brahmin pen too.
But now
Like
this
I got
is
a
kinda
Brahmin
like
pen
a,
thing.
I
Look,
don't know. I don't know what the theme
this
of
shit
my.
looks cool. Here, I'll take
But
this
what am I
away.
fencing in? Like,
You're fencing in your
I don't know,
life.
this is. I'm just like putting random shit up. I have no theme here. And I've got like
Here, hold
everything's wood, and then I got a giant ass like fucking
It just
torture
works.
wall. It looks like a bunch of sex toys would be hanging on it or something. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know what
Like
this
Todd
shit
Howard.
is.
Like Todd Howard says, it just works.
16 times the detail. It just works. Yeah. It just works. Oh god. All right,
I think the videos are more funny than the actual like game. Like
what is this? I can put a bush down? Oh wait, no. I can put pumpkins and shit. All right, I'm getting too crazy. I need to put down.
Yeah, you can go
Where should I
crazy.
put water? I want to put what? No.
You gotta put it in the ground if it's a well.
Yeah, but are they gonna steal my water? Can people steal my water?
I mean,
Or
they
does it
pump
matter?
it, dude. You got that one. You have to pump every time to get water. So
Okay, I can lock it. So I can just put this shit right here, and nobody.
I don't know. I don't know what you're.
I don't know. I just put a little pump. Little
Yeah,
pump.
dude. Look. All
Is that
all
cool?
you can do
Is that
drink.
is that the meta?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that- okay.
What'd you
I'm trying
say?
to figure
Is
this
that
out.
the
Okay.
what?
Is that the meta? Okay.
I didn't. I've never tried a lock water pump.
Okay. I don't want nobody else touching my fucking water. Okay. I don't care how thirsty they are. What is this? Oh, this is
I was
another
like
water
level
pump.
40 when I learned how to lock
Food,
stuff, dude.
water.
Like I said,
Food
it was a
sounds
big
like a
learning
good thing
curve.
that I should probably have. But I want to do
Oh, you need food.
shelves. I definitely need shelves. Okay. Never mind. She said she never locked it, so she doesn't know if you actually can. But whatever. We'll let the people
Yeah,
drink.
I don't think.
Just
I don't
let the
think you can
people
lock
drink.
a water pump.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
who cares?
I'm not stingy.
The water. It's a
They can
water
have some
pump,
water.
dude. The only time you have to pump it to use it, so you can't like
Okay,
a
but
water
I
purifier
need-
generates water for you when you're away. That's why I never.
I need to
fuck
put down
with those
crafting
things.
shit. So what do I? All right, my little cook site thing. I'm gonna put that in here, so I can be cooking. Wait, you're in my. Get off my.
Shit, sorry, bro.
No, you're good. You're good, bro.
Sorry,
Just
bro.
fucking with you.
Sorry, bro.
Let's go that way.
I got you.
This game
Chill.
is it
Don't move your. You gotta get out
It's
of here.
getting a-
Get out of here.
1 out of 10 on my review if I can't put the damn stairs where I want them. That's why
Oh
there's
my
all the
God.
negative press. What the fuck? I don't think my jump's
What
high
is-
enough. Maybe that's what it is. Huh?
Now
Shit.
it's not letting.
Now I
Wait a
jumped
minute,
over you.
letting me. It's not letting me jump on her now.
Now
Hold on
stand
now.
up. Hold on.
What's going on?
They might have fixed it.
Damn it!
They
They
might
just
have-
patched it
they-
right after you did it.
I know, right? They just patched it.
All right, I'm gonna come up with something different. Hold on. I'm just trying to get onto these stairs so I can move the.
I'm
thing
just
back.
putting
I got-
random stuff
I
so you
got
could
the
just
little-
moving around.
Yeah, this shit's cool. I like it.
Ooh, you don't got the power.
Oh, and
on
the trash
stage.
cans
What?
got
Stash box.
the trash cans. Yeah, so it's like my. Oh, that's cool. That's what's up. You see my decoration I did before? I put a little chair right here. That was the best I came up with.
God damn! Man, or something. For a while.
Well, I don't want no part of that. I'm gonna turn off my damn Xbox. That shit freaked me out. I don't fuck with that.
I've got.
I'm
all
giving
of
you
those
plans
stuff.
I already
I don't have the
learned.
water. I don't have the water filter though. That guy sounds familiar too, though.
Here,
No, I'm talking about
Nah,
the guy
he's
that's at my
playing that.
base right now.
here you go. Here,
Who is
look.
this? Squid Gaming? Who is this guy? What's he doing at my base?
Here you go.
Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Can we kill him? Somebody kill him.
Oops.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked
Yeah.
up.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
Okay.
Oh, and
So, where do I need to be at? Oh, holy fuck. Do I shoot it? No.
No, not yet. Oh, if they're attacking it, then yeah. It's gonna land.
ooh, someone's using nitrocite.
Now, Andrew, there'll be other enemies spawning around.
Okay, she
Kill them.
mutated.
And like,
It's okay, I'm back here with my little hunting rifle.
Double barrel.
okay.
Quad. Explosive right now.
Damn, we're fucking rough.
My game crashed. Oh my god.
Like usual.
Yep, like
Dude, it
usual.
never fails, man. You're never gonna get any loot from this biscuit.
Oh, the grenade.
Hopefully you can join in time. She's not even, she's above halfway still.
Yeah,
no
but seeing
one's
how we
doing
took
insane
our
damage
first
on
phase
her.
like really fast.
Yeah, but no one's
That
Alec, come save me.
sucks.
Wait, Alec, come save me.
I got you, brother.
Where is she dead at?
I
Yeah,
can't
why
get you.
is
It's
there
not letting
so
me. It's not letting me.
Problems.
Don't worry, Ken. I'll let you know what I got.
It's
Just
not
kidding.
letting me. For some
Dude, that
reason, it's not.
sucks.
Dude, I couldn't get the stuff from her body.
It wouldn't
What?
let me. It wouldn't let me revive
one?
you.
Oh, sorry.
So what
I'm
do I
waiting
do?
right here.
Sorry,
I'm waiting right here, dude. Come here.
Maybe her body will be back by then. Does it disappear?
yeah.
Like,
You just spawned right in front of me, I think. Yeah, come over here, brother. Hurry up. Before she disappears.
search it. Oh wait, is that it over there? No. Oh yeah, I see something really big over here. Oh, they just like teleported to a different area.
That's a, hey, at least you saw it. At least you see it.
It just works.
Like I said, the queen's really glitchy. They need to fix the queen. When you fight the queen, it's really glitchy.
Fallout 76 is really glitchy because I can't see anyone on the entire map at all. Like no one's on the map for me.
Where'd you even go, Minnie?
Ken's camp.
Alright, here.
Oh shit! What the hell?
There's a big ass
Shotty
thing
shells.
coming. It looks like a lizard. And it's behind y'all.
Oh damn! Shoot it, dude. Shoot it.
He needs some
I don't
milk.
have any ammo.
Damn it! I
Oh,
accidentally
shit,
shot
my-
your.
My fucking.
Here you go. Just accept that. And you accept that. Alright. Did you get it?
Hey Andrew, kill me first.
Yo.
Get my thing.
Oh my god.
Was
my
this
bounty.
a fucking dinosaur? Oh, it's a goldfish.
Goldfish.
Use something different.
You want me
than
to
that.
kill you?
That gun
Oh.
sucks. Don't use a laser pistol.
All my guns suck. I'm fucking.
Nah, they
Level
shouldn't.
2.
Use your hunting rifle and shoot me in the head.
I don't have any ammo. Hold on. I got something.
No.
Hold on.
Here, Trevor. Straight miss.
Fuck, this is gonna take forever.
Oh.
What
Why
the
do you
hell?
No,
have
you're
no
not worth
clothes
my
on
ammo.
right now?
I lost my clothes to the Mothman.
Watch him use a fucking
I can't even attack him. I can't even attack him.
Headshot.
I'm OP.
Are we just gonna kill each other right now?
Alright, you want some
I
now, too?
recorded that.
You want
Gotcha,
some?
bitch.
That was done. That's it. The violence is over.
Keep pressing my
I know.
Pip-Boy to... Oh, look, achievement unlocked. Bounty Hunter. Yeah! I'm out here.
Yeah.
Keeping the
Out here
people
in the-
safe.
Out here.
Alright,
all eight levels.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh no!
You think
Somebody's
that at
attacking
first,
my
but
house.
They don't explain them.
What the fuck?
Is it a real player?
I don't know. They just
Andrew,
broke down my
tell me
damn
the-
wall.
You would know if
They
it's a
just
real
broke down my
player.
damn wall.
Do they have a bounty
What
on
the
their
fuck?
head?
No. Is that a super mutant? You son of a bitch.
Repair
My house?
same as dismantling it, so it's
Mess
not
up
that
my
much.
wall? So let's talk for a quick second about the Atom Shop. And before I got this game, what I had seen is, you know, Bethesda is just trying to take your money. This is really bad. Stuff's really overpriced. And to be honest, I have, as you can see from, you know, playing the game, 1130 in, you know, atoms, whatever. And I can buy, you know, some stuff, some small stuff, whatever. And most of the stuff in this shop, really, like, you don't need any of it. You don't need any of it. It really doesn't matter if you get it or not. And they give you atoms for completing challenges. So it's there. And if you really love the game and you want to support them and you want to throw them a little bit of money for cosmetics, I don't mind this. I mean, there's a lot worse as far as, you know, microtransactions in a lot of other games. This to me is not an issue. You know, I've got the money. I can spend it on some stuff I want. If I run out of Atom, then oh well. Like, I just won't buy anything else. I'm not going to put any money into it. You don't have to put any money into it at all. So for me, this is not an issue and really doesn't affect the game, you know, at all for me. I know. I'm sorry it took this long through this video to get to what everybody wanted to see, and that's the Pit Boy. So basically, it's not really anything different than another Fallout game, but it is extremely annoying in this one because the game doesn't freeze when you pause it. So in the other Fallout games, it was never an issue, even though it was kind of, you know, a little bit hard to work your way through. In this one, it's pretty fucking annoying, especially, you know, if you've got somebody that, you know, just, you know, broke your you know, axe you were using, and now you got to switch to another, and maybe your other hotkeyed weapons, you know, are out of ammo. I mean, you can only have so many things hotkeyed, and you got to have, you know, different meds and stuff like that. But basically, it's just kind of an annoyance more than anything. It's there, and you've got to use it. I wish they had a different system, but that's really all I've got to say about that. So, like I've said before, the map is actually pretty big, and if you see where I'm at right now compared to my quest objective, you can kind of get an idea of how big this map actually is. You know, on the screen, it's only an inch away, and see, I just got to go right across the little river there. But if you see how big the map is, I'm going to show you about how long it takes me to get from my location to the objective. And it's actually, you know, quite a bit. I'm going to speed it up, but it's a really big map. Now, I haven't been to every spot on the entire map, but the different places you go, you can definitely tell that you're in a new area. I mean, it's not like the whole game is exactly the same. Everywhere you go, it's the same kind of, you know, scenery, and it's the same kind of enemies and stuff like that. They do a really good job of having a variety of locations in this game that feel like different locations. So that is one thing that this game does extremely well, and that I actually really, really like. I wish there was, you know, interesting NPCs in these places, but you've got to give credit where credit's due, and this is one of the things that I think Fallout 76 really does actually hit on. Okay, so there was a lot more that I wanted to get to. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to get to everything, and my computer cannot even handle how long this video is right now. I didn't plan on it being this long, and there was a lot more I wanted to do, so I'm sorry about that. I wanted to go back and, you know, I just kind of edited a little bit as I went, but there's a lot of stuff I wanted to fix, and there was a lot more I wanted to add. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that because my computer is about to have a fucking aneurysm. So I'm just going to go through and touch on the points that I didn't get to. And I won't be able to show you, me, farther along in the game and stuff like that, which is disappointing. I had some really funny, PvP battles. But I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to talk about the last couple points just so that I can get this off my fucking computer. And then the next time I do something like this, it's probably not going to be as long, and it's definitely going to be better quality. So, talking about, I touched on combat a little bit, but with, VATS, it just shouldn't be in the fucking game. It shouldn't be in the game. There's no point of it. The video that I had for it, I had a guy that gave me a 9% chance to hit. That wasn't even that far away. And I would do VATS a couple times, couldn't hit him, and then I just took my gun and I just aimed at him, like that's how guns work, and I aimed at him and it hit him. But VATS, for some reason, thought that there was no possible way that I could do that, so I needed VATS to help me, and it gave me a 9% chance to hit him. So that was just ridiculous. I never use VATS. There's no point in using it. I even forget that it's there most of the time. The perks, it's kind of, the typical Fallout thing with the perks. I mean, it is cool. You get the perk packs, and there's a lot of them in there. I think some of them are a little bit overpowered, and some of them are kind of useless, but, I guess that's part of it. So no real issue there. Nothing really different, though. And then going along the survival stuff. The survival stuff, I think, is more of an annoyance than anything. I mean, when you're a lower level, it's frustrating, but you find the stuff everywhere you go, so it's not really an issue. But it's just more of an annoyance. That's all it is, really. And then when you're a higher level and you have, water purifiers and stuff like that, and you have, let's say the perk to, increase the effects of dog food, canned dog food, stuff like that. It's not really a big issue later on. So that's another thing that's kind of pointless and shouldn't be there. I haven't talked a whole lot about the crafting and stuff. There is a lot of really cool mods you can put on your guns and stuff like that does help. Like I said earlier, that going to these different places and exploring was kind of pointless. But there's some of them that even though it is pointless from a quest standpoint, and that definitely would have made it a lot better if they had, a better story or a story with NPCs in it that would have made me care about it more. Then, it would have been a lot more enjoyable. But you can go to places, like in the last, the video that I had up, actually, before my computer decided to give up on me. I went to the Civil War Museum, and I got this really cool, old pistol that you got to, put the gunpowder in and all that stuff. And that was really cool, and I liked that. But, it was just a robot there, and I was going to talk about, questing with that. That was my example for that. He just wanted me to, go out here and get some remains and then go bury them. And then when I went to the gravesite to bury them, you just pick up a shovel off the ground and you click A on the pile of dirt, and then it just moves over onto the grave. And stuff like that is just wow. What they could have done if they just had, a little bit better story elements. If the game, worked less like an MMO and more like a Fallout game, it could have been, so much better. And so the next thing I want to talk about is just, the patches and the future of this game before I give the final review. And I think that the patches that have came out obviously have made this game in a way better state than it was when it released. I mean, obviously that's the point of the patches, but from what I saw videos on it and then what I experienced myself, it was very minuscule. The amount of bugs was not as much, but they were still there. But it wasn't as bad as what I saw, on YouTube. And some of it might have been exaggerated to a degree, but they're definitely there. There are definitely bugs, and, I don't know if they'll ever fix all of them. I've got disconnected from the server, especially during PvP. That was super, super annoying. But eventually, if they do fix all that, I think this game has, the best way to put this game, for me, there's two things. This game is like Eddie Van Halen when he was 10 years old or something. It's there's an enormous amount of potential, but if you threw him on the stage at 10 and asked him to perform in front of 2 million people, I don't know that he could do it. And I mean, he's Van Halen, but the point is, this game, there's a lot of good ideas and there's a lot of good elements to this game, but I don't think Bethesda really they should have delayed it. First of all, that's the main thing. They should have delayed it, and I think they made a terrible decision. Like I said, they handcuffed themselves when they took out NPCs. I mean, there's not even a hub or like even like one city that just you gotta put your weapons away when you walk in, and at least something. I mean, they could have done something, and they didn't. So I could see this game as far as potential standpoint, it could have been a 10 out of 10, and I could also see it being worse if they would have done some of the things they did well. If they wouldn't have done those, I could see it being a 1 out of 10. So where does this game sit? And I think it's somewhere in the middle. And I think Bethesda, where they messed up, I mean, I don't care about for me personally, judging the game, the stuff with the limited edition or whatever, the helmet and the canvas bags, all that shit. I don't care about that. And I think people got too hyped into the Bethesda hate. Not saying they don't deserve it, but it's kind of one of those things like, it's like the New England Patriots for the Super Bowl. I mean, they've been there so many times. They've done so great in the past, like Bethesda has with their past games. I mean, if you think about, all the great games they've made, it's like people want to see them fall to a degree. And I'm not saying people wanted this game to suck, and I don't think it sucks right now. But it's just one of those things where I feel like people, kick them while they're down. That's what everyone's going for. And if I would have bought the game and I would have played it for $60, if I would have played it day one, I'd probably be doing the same thing. So, but let me get to my final opinion on this game. So right now, where it's at, after the January patches, I think this game is, if I were recommending to someone, I'm going to do a dollar value, because you shouldn't pay $60 for this game. And obviously, if it's, $5, then pretty much any game's worth that. I think this game right now is, if you have friends that are playing it, I think this game is a $25 to $30 value. If you don't have friends playing it, I wouldn't pay more than $20. So it's somewhere in that range, 20 to 30, depending on your situation. If you've got friends playing it and they want you to play it, and you're like, no, I've heard so much bad about it, I'm not going to buy it. $20, $30, you can get it somewhere. I personally think that'd be a good decision. If you got cool friends to play with. If you don't have anybody to play with, don't go into Walmart and buy $60 brand new Fallout 76. Don't do it. So there's a lot of good things about this game, and there's a lot of bad things about this game. So it's just kind of somewhere in the middle. It's wait till it goes on sale. I know it's already been on sale right now. I think it's $60 though, which is fucking ridiculous. But if it does go on sale and you've got some friends that want to play it with you, or even if none of you played it, if you got a guy that's already on there and he wants you to play it, and you just kind of been like, no, I'm not really feeling it, but he's a cool friend to play with, then I'd say go ahead and do it. You'll probably have a lot more fun than you think. I enjoyed this game more than I thought I would. I was expecting this game to be terrible. I was expecting to that's why I didn't get it until someone bought it for me. I thought this game would be awful. But I actually, at certain times, had a lot of fun. So it's not a terrible game. It's not a great game. So, $20, $30. Let's just say final verdict, $25. That's what I'm going with for this game. And you can definitely get it for that somewhere. So, if that's something you want to do and you've been holding out just because of the hate, for a really cheap price, I think it'd be a good game to buy. So that's my opinion. And next time I make a video, it's not going to be this long. It'll be a little bit better. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me, and just let me know what you think. Give me some comments, criticisms, always welcome. Appreciate it. AyyMacPattyWak out, baby. And my 1947 laptop that can't do shit.